Good morning, good morning, good morning. So this morning I actually had like a little bit of an episode and I was down bad, okay? Very down bad. But um sorry, trying to get like it. I was down bad. I don't know that. I was down bad. Down BAD. Okay. And I came home still down bad. And I just was like, okay, I'm gonna just pray and cry my little eyes out. And so I was praying. I'm gonna tell y'all what I was praying, like a part of what I was praying. I was praying that I was like, God, this like how I talk to God is how I talk to God. I just was like, this is like a shitty situation and like a really effed up world, and you got us here. And when I say us, we're talking about me, okay, society, the world. And I was like, and you got us here. Like, what is happening? Like, why would you do this? And while I'm praying it in my feels, the scripture comes to my mind, which this is why it's so important. You think like you're reading, you may be thinking like, okay, I read my Bible every day, but what's the point? This doesn't apply. The scripture comes to my mind where it says the enemy still comes to still kill and destroy, right? And so I started thanking God because I was like, God, you're absolutely right. Like the enemy does come to still kill and destroy. And he's looking back to the comment I had with someone I was at work with this morning because we did PT formation, whatever. And I was just like, I'm becoming miserable, and I'm becoming so miserable here that it's starting to attack my internal. And so when I came home to pray, I was praying about that, like God, like I'm miserable, like you left me here in this effed up world or whatever. And then that's when God was like, baby girl, the enemy comes to still kill and destroy me, huh? Like, you cannot let him do this to you. You was doing good. So then I started praying, and now I felt better because I was like, God, you're absolutely right. The enemy does come to still kill and destroy. And so luckily, I'm like, Bible verse, it goes to John 10:10. And in the AMP version of the Bible, it says, I came so that you may have and enjoy life in abundance, abundantly. And at that point now I'm just like, you're right, God. Like, ain't nothing wrong with my life. You came so I can have it. And that's your word. And your word does not lie or come back void. So not only am I about to lean into that, I'm also gonna hold you to that, okay? So yeah. I hope y'all have a good